Bloomberg Audio Studios.
Podcasts, radio, news.
And we're here with Jason Beekle. Jason, so good to have you here with us. Of course, head of Whole Foods. Talk to us about the panel that you participated in. It's all about the future of food retail.
Yeah, I had a great opportunity yesterday to participate in a panel with some other industry leaders talking about where food is going. And for me, one of the most important areas for us to think about is how do we protect our food systems into the future and making sure that our future generations can enjoy the products that we know and love today. And as Whole Foods Market,
that sounds kind of dire. Wow. What do we need to protect? Are you talking supply or quality or both?
Yeah, both. One of the things that we're currently in a situation of is the nutrient density in our soil today is not in a state to sustain itself for future generations. So the products that we know and love are at risk of not being available for future generations. And so for us as Whole Foods Market, one of the things that's been very important since our very first store that we opened in 1980 is helping support the environment and areas like regenerative agriculture, which is something we're really passionate about today. Going back to our very roots, we led the industry in organics, and what we want to do is continue to make sure there's awareness for our consumers that we have to protect our resources to ensure that our food systems are protected for future generations.
Did you know Jason was a farmer at the age of 7, I believe, doing gardens?
I didn't know at the age of 7. I don't know when
Is that right?
I started gardening, when I was 7.
So then you know a lot about agriculture and regenerative agriculture. You also know that trying to do that on a national scale is hard, right?
Very
you have to
difficult.
buy a lot more local, don't you?
Not necessarily just local, but a big part of this is making sure that we're doing the work to protect our soil and ensure that it can support regenerative into the future. And one of the other things that I think is really challenging for customers is understanding the difference of various climate-friendly agricultural practices.
But how are you doing that? Are you working with your suppliers, you're working with the farmers, or are you going in directly and doing this yourself?
Yeah, so the reality is it takes an entire network of stakeholders in this space to help support this work. First and foremost, we're working with our suppliers who are working with their farmers to help support this work. As we led organics since our very first store, this is something that's really part of our DNA. Being able to work upstream and supporting processes that can help take these practices into fruition.
It's interesting, like organics, they're starting to mark things, right, that are, I think, regenerative farming. They're starting to let consumers know that when they buy something that's the way.
Yeah.
One of the things we have to ask you is, how is the consumer doing? And what is, once again, the consumer of Whole Foods?
Yeah, so I think the consumer right now is wanting a balance of quality and value. And that's something that we've been really focused on as Whole Foods Market. One of the things that we're really proud of is the work we've done investing in our price points so we can be accessible to all customers. Since being part of Amazon, this has been a key initiative for us to help improve our price points. Recently, we've done a lot of work in helping also amp up the number of promotions that we're doing. We know customers right now are looking for value, so we've increased our number of promotions. We made investments in areas like our opening price point and like our 365 items. So customers have a great opportunity for value and quality at the same time.
Talk about the private label, the 365, because that's been a big initiative in bringing kind of that average price point down in the stores.
Yeah, absolutely. So for us, this has been a key way to connect with customers. We've continued to expand the number of items across all different parts of our store and also providing choice. So we have 365, where you can have a conventional product as well as 365 organic. So giving customers choice and options along the way.
How much has 365 grown as a business, and how does that relate back to demand? That's where, you guys have great offerings, lots of different offerings, but I'm curious about the 365 brand that's been around now for a while.
Yeah, it's absolutely. And for so many customers, this is one of the key reasons they come to Whole Foods Market. It's a great price point, great quality.
How much has that grown, though, as a business?
Yeah, we don't share publicly the...
A lot?
It has grown a lot. And what's great is it's grown not just in store, it's available for delivery, it's available for pickup. And just last year, we've made it available on Amazon.com to have these items shipped directly to your home. So anyone in the United States right now can actually order our 365 from products from Amazon.com.
I want to talk about the format of the stores. You obviously have a lot of traditional supermarket type size stores, but you've also been experimenting with smaller format stores, particularly in urban areas like New York City. Is the cost benefit of those smaller stores, is that commensurate with what you would get for a larger store, say out in the suburbs?
Yeah, so we'll be opening our very first Whole Foods Market Daily Shop store later this year in Manhattan. And we're really excited about this because it provides a win-win for both the customer as well as Whole Foods Market. Ultimately, we're at a point right now where some markets are so saturated, it's very difficult to put an entire core store in different parts
support it.
It doesn't support it. And so ultimately, customers are looking to still shop at Whole Foods, but it may not be convenient to go, 10 or 15 blocks away if you're in Manhattan per se. But if we can drop some of these smaller format stores, it'll help support a fill-in shop for our customers. And so if you're looking for some quick grab-and-go items or just need a few items, you'll be able to pop in one of these stores. If you want to do a full shop, you could as well. Yeah. At the same time, you can go to one of our flagship locations as well, like Columbus Circle, and get the full shopping experience.
Well, that's what I'm curious. So for folks who go to those small format, if you're used to going to the big format stores, you go into the small one and you see it's less selection here. How do you sort of thread that needle and make sure that the perception of what that customer is seeing in that small format store is just an extension of the broader brand and not something on its and of itself altogether?
Well, the most important part is we still carry all the different categories you're going to find at Whole Foods Market. There's just going to be less of the selection. And so instead of having 30 different olive oils to choose from or different items, it'll be a curated selection. So customers can still get all the basics needs that they have, and at the same time, they can get in, get out quick, and having a lot of grab-and-go options, I think, are going to be great for customers who are looking either for fill-in trips or they just need to have an item on the go to eat right now.
One last question. We'd be remiss to not ask what it's like to be part of Amazon. Do you meet with Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, on a regular basis?
I personally don't meet with them one-on-one on a regular basis. We did have lunch recently, but we do meet as a team on a pretty regular basis with Amazon leadership to look over business results and future plans. And it's been great to be part of Amazon. One of the things that we're really part of is being part of Amazon's worldwide grocery team. Our aim is to have the very best grocery business across the world. And so what's great for us is we're able to leverage some of the very best of Amazon and some of the technology, and we as Whole Foods can help provide opportunities for how we can help Amazon in areas like perishables and helping support Amazon Fresh. And so there's a lot of great ways for us to work together, and it's just been outstanding.
Jason, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.